Now, this particular tool is going to be called Tweet This, and it's basically a button that goes on your blog next to each one of your posts, depending upon however you configure it, because it's pretty flexible in that regard too. There's a lot of ways in which you can configure it differently, but we're going to go over that here in just a sec. First off, though, I wanted to show you this. I'm on my Twitter page, and you can see here, right here, it shows where this particular tweet came from. But whenever we using Twitter tools from the blog, this is what it looks like. New blog post is how it starts off, and then it just goes into this information here and a little link going to this particular post. So just to kind of give you an idea, it does take up a little extra room of the 140 characters, but again, I just want to kind of show you what it looks like and how easy it is. And the reference point that it gives you is right here. So that said, if we go over to, this is the URL here, Richard X Thripp, that's THRIPP.com/tweet-this. That'll bring you to this page. And there are several buttons out there that you can use. This is just one of them that kind of caught my eye, so I figured I'll throw this your way. And it has, like I said, a lot of flexibility to it. And if you subscribe to Plurk, Dig This, or Ping This, then this might be the button for you, because they've got all these that look pretty close to the same for, conformity's sake on your blog, keep things looking clean and nice. All you have to do is, once you get to this page, you'll scroll down just a little bit too, and right here, click here to download Tweet This version 1.2.3. Again, as of the recording of this particular video. And then once it's downloaded, you know the routine by now. Upload it via FTP or from within your version 2.7 blog. However you're going to do it, you're going to do it. It'll get done. Now then, we head on back over to the plugin section of our WordPress blog 2.7, and we are in the plugin section. Come on down here, and I've already stuck it in here. Tweet This. Click on that. And one of the cool things about this particular button is that it utilizes a different form of shrinking the URL. And what some of us may be used to using, like the tinyURL service or even the snip URL, bud URL, whatever you want to call it. This one here shrinks it down using this particular service here, which takes the number of characters in your URL to 19, I believe, versus right here, 19 to the 140 characters, versus I want to say it's like 42 characters if the URL is not shrunk, and in various numbers from there. So again, this is pretty cool, and you'll see here in just a sec. Click on Activate. Okay, we are now activated. And like before, come on down here and see if there's any additional configuration noted here. And then over here, under Settings, click on Tweet This. And frankly, you can just leave this as is and it'll work, pretty darn good just right out of the box. But if you wanted to, you can click on this download arrow here. And if you're familiar with some of these other ones, then by all means, click away and use them instead. But for example, tinyurl.com, which I've mentioned in prior videos in this series, will suck up 25 characters minimum, whereas this one will suck up only 19 characters of the 140 that you are allotted. So again, if you're more familiar with the Snurl or the Tweetburner, then go for it, whatever trips your trigger. But I'm just going to leave it as is just to show you that it works fine and dandy right out of the box. Link, text, whatever you want to put in there, and we'll show you where it says this, tweet this post here in just a second. Share the love, let the world know, whatever you want to put in there. And if you don't know anything about any of this other stuff, just leave it alone. It'll work just fine. But if you want to do any configuration, you can see that there's a lot more to this than just sticking a button on your blog post. And if you have these other services, then I would say stick them in there as well. And right now they are all on the smaller tag here button. But if we wanted to, say, fatten it up a little bit, we'll go with this guy here. That looks pretty cool. And if you do, for conformity's sake, change this, then be sure and change the other ones to resemble that one, because keeping everything in order of sort, and the similar looks, that's an important factor. Give your visitors some eye candy. And save options. Tweet these options. is saved. Now then, again, this, I don't think this actually is a widget. I think we're just good to go. But just for the sake of it, just go on over to widgets and see. I know that it's not because I've already been there. But let's go on down here and no tweet this. Okay, so we're good. Head on over to the demo site. And here's the static or the default post, because I haven't got around to changing that yet. And then we will just refresh the page. Bam, there you go. And see, this is the tweet this post thing that I was talking about. All you have to do is change this to whatever you wanted, and it will show it. Let's go back there and I'll show you what I mean. Where are we at here? Go to plugins. Go to the installed ones. No, I'm sorry, that was the wrong one. We don't go there, we go to the settings. Tweet this. And come on down and save. Come on over and refresh. There you go. And that's how you can add this pretty cool button to your blog. Thank you much for watching. And again, now that you've got your feet wet, kind of sort of, as to how to not only install plugins, or in this case buttons, but some ideas to how to configure them if you happen to want to. Get out there and do some searching around for some additional plugins that can integrate your WordPress blog into your Twitter page. So that way you can kind of meld the two together. Thank you again for watching. Hope you learned something. Have a great day.